Hey guys, and welcome to a new gameplay series on my channel. We gonna start with Scrap Mechanic. So in this game we can build stuff whatever we want. This is basically Minecraft with more and cooler and better and whatever physics. And we just gonna build stuff that we get in our mind. But, and this is important, we will do challenges as well. So if you guys have idea what to do, what to build, write me down in the comments what I should build. And if we find some people, we might even do that live. So we say that is the challenge. Let's say like, I don't know, cable car, lift, hoverboard, whatever. And we say you have to do that in 30 minutes. And after these 30 minutes, we will see who built the best thing. So they will join us on the server. And you can be one of that. So if you're interested, add me in Discord at the Mr92 hashtag AT82 and we can discuss about that. But I would say if you don't know what Scrap Mechanic is, let's check out what it is. So I loaded the map, which looks like that. It's not too big, but still if you want to go by foot, it takes some time with a nice mountain here, whatever. Um, yeah, basic things first. So when we press the I key, we have an inventory. There is right now just a creative mode, but there will be a survival mode as well. And yeah, we have here our backpack. We have here some blocks like we know from Minecraft, different weights, different properties. The orange underlined things are like the physics objects, and green are just tools like windows, barrels, beams, and whatever. So we can just drag and drop stuff in our inventory that we need. I would say let's get some blocks. And now it's like Minecraft, but smaller blocks. So we go here, place a block here. Wow, cool wood block, another wood block. Let's drag it. We can change the direction, say, yeah, let's make this. And then we change to that, let's say, yeah, one here, another thing, whatever. So these are static blocks, as you can see. So just like in Minecraft, and now comes the difference. When you remove those two blocks in Minecraft, the other one would just float. But here, it gets a dynamic object, which you can punch around, do whatever you want with it. So this is the difference between those two things. So if you build on the ground and just destroy something and it really falls down, it becomes a dynamic object. Another possibility to create dynamic objects is place a lift. Now I do something like that. I remove the lift. Now this is dynamic as well, as you can see. But what can we do with that? Well, you would think not much. You're wrong. Because if we press H, we can see how to play. I already talked a little bit about that. But let's do our first thing, which is building a vehicle. Vehicle, dynamic thing, we want to drive it. It should move and stuff. So I would say we just start with like a wooden plane. You can start however you want. And now comes the power of the game, which are bearings. So I can attach some wheels on that. And as you can see, the physics are not working till I remove the lift. Then the physics are working. I can get here, take it, and place it again on the lift. Can lift up, lift down, whatever I want to do. Now with a car, we can't do shit with that. But we can get, for instance, a driver thing, driver seat. And we can just, this will not be symmetrical. I want a symmetric thing. I'm sorry. So we place that here. Nice. What do we need to power something? An engine, I would say. Let's take this one here. Now we use the connection tool and say, yeah, power, 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 power. So with four-wheel drive, we have to flip those in the right direction. And important part, if we drop that now, the motor will instantly power that on, which is not good because it will just go away. But if we connect now the engine to that and we remove this thing, it won't drive away because there is no input. But if soon as we go there and hit the key, we accelerate. Oh shit. Well, that's not doing much. We can't even steer yet. As said, yet. We're gonna change that real quick. For instance, we remove that. We remove that. We do one here, one here. Then we do a bearing here like that. Add another block. Do a bearing here. Same on the other side. Make it even. Again, we've connected those because they are new. So speed up, speed up, speed up, speed up. Turning direction, fine, not fine, not fine. And now we have those bearings and we want to navigate them by using our steering wheel. So we drop that down. And if we do it now, we do it in the right direction. So we just change them. Get back on. And now we have an overpowered car. So we go here, press E, less power. Remove the lift to make it dynamical. Get on the seat. And now we can actually drive this thing. Woo! Action. So, but this is nothing compared to what I tried in the first 4 hours. Here we are. I built a small, nice house. As you can see, there's already a lot of stuff going on. First of all, I have a key here to move that like a garage, but the problem is I can't even fit a car in there. I made that too small. I don't even think this one will. No, this is just too small. I don't know what I was thinking. So this is a nice thing. Another thing is that is a door. There are no doors in the game because you built one yourself. You place basically a bearing up there, and when I hit this key, this will open up. But how is this stuff working? I will show you that later on. I show it with that thing here. So as you can see, this is not as you would imagine it in Minecraft to be, because it's not straight, it's angled. But why? Because we have here a controller, and to this controller I can connect stuff. So basically I have those 4 points connected to this controller, and when you go there, the bearings are set up to 75, 75, 30, 30 degrees. So if I go here and say now instead of 30, I'm gonna use 45 or even 75, then you will see that the back of my car will go more even out. On the other hand, this is a normal car, so the bearings to set up these things are done. We have some nice suspension which are real blocks, and the steering is here with a bearing here and a bearing there. And when we jump on that, you see that the whole thing turns, which is not quite too optimal, but this thing is already quite cool. As said, still not optimized, but it's driving. That was my first attempt to build a buggy. So, and you can power these controllers with different type of buttons. So you have really buttons where as long as you press it, it's activated. You have these switches. So now it's on. Go away. Now it's off. And there are as well sensors, which I used here, for instance. So here you can see for the door, the controller is basically saying, when I press it, minus 90 degrees, and then stay like that. The one for the garage, nothing else than when I press it, 75 degrees, whoop, go up. But you can do much more complicated stuff. For instance, this thing here. So this is something I built. And you might have seen there are just bearings, but I can't move blocks linear. And yeah, this thing should do that. So I can't really show you that because I already built that in. But here we have a big wood plank behind that wall, basically, which you can see here. And the target was to do with those bearings. That is basically the only thing I can pretty much handle in any way I want. The goal was to make this thing move straight. And I built this thing here. I don't want to go into detail now because it was a lot of thinking. But basically, this is working like that. If I press the button here, then the whole platform moves out. And additionally, there is a sensor here. So if this wood thing goes there, I have another trigger that will open a secret door. You can see it's a little bit buggy, but it's fine, which opens this secret door into my secret room. And as you can see, I did the things, and it's really very, very secret, as you can see here. So if you're in here, you won't know that this thing is a door. And if we close it back again, so this thing goes back again, this thing will close and it won't even look like there is something. It just looks like a wall. You can basically find it out if it's a dynamic object. If you hit it, you can see a slight movement there. So this thing is stretching out. It's turning that way that it's stretching out. And that's how this works, basically. As said, a little bit buggy. It was my first try to do something like that, but quite okay. So you can see there is a lot of stuff you can do with those sensors, with those buttons, with everything. I mean, the coolest thing is that you can basically, let's use our vehicle again here. You can really make transforming shit. So if you look up into YouTube or whatever, there are even really transformers. And yeah, you can basically connect a switch to the steering wheel. Hello, do it please. Oh, I wrecked my steering. When you do that, and I connect this thing to there, I could basically say whatever, minus 57, minus 75, I can talk 30, 30. Then all the bearings should get straight. If I have to get now higher or whatever, I press the 1 key, whoop, and it's transformed to piece of shit. Now I can freely transform, and you can imagine what you can do with that. You can make mechanisms that you flip your car over, because once I flip up, I'm done. You can do, I don't know, basically everything. You could make a car that looks like that, and then you drive below a block line in the air, press a key, and this thing will go up with the wheel. So that was just a small thing I showed you. As you can see, there is a ton of blocks. You can even have thrusters to make hoverboards, whatever. Basically, you can build everything as long as your imagination is there. I can't remember one thing that I had in mind that was not able to do, except I suck. Yeah, that was the first part here of this show off. As said, if you have some ideas for some challenges, write me down in the comments. And if you want to be part of that, at the Mr92, hashtag 8082, add me, we will talk about it. And you will be in 1 or 2 videos, or even more, or whatever. We're gonna check out what is possible, are there limits, and yeah, we're gonna start that in the next video. So thank you for watching this. Please hit the like button if you liked it, hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Press down there the subscribe button if you don't want to miss anything. And hopefully we see us in another stream or video. Bye.